What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I wanted to dive into some Dogecoin information with you guys. I don't want to make this a crazy long video. I really just want to talk about Dogecoin, what I see in the future of Dogecoin, what the history was, the movement, entry points, exit points, all of this other stuff. If you want to swing trade it, day trade it, hold for the long term. I always like to see a lot of different methods in position to create something really healthy. So before I get started in this, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. It does help out the channel a lot. And if you want to join as a member, definitely do so. So let's talk about what Dogecoin is doing right here. You can see exactly what's going on with this position. This is how it looked in the beginning of the month before we seen any type of increase, right? So in the beginning of April, you did see it, somewhere around that 4 to 5 cent mark. I got in somewhere around 5 cents to begin with, and then 6 cents after that. And then you see it slowly increase. I actually had more of a gap up somewhere around here to where it jumped to that, 9 cent mark, 14 cent mark. You're going to see big movement here. And then all the way up to 30 cents here. So hopefully you can't hear my baby upstairs. She's screaming and doing all types of noise, but hopefully you can hear my voice a lot better. I don't know. But, well, I'll go ahead and check that out in editing and everything. I might not even edit it. But, yeah. So we look at what's happening with Dogecoin. You can see that we had that large increase to 46 cents. It did end up decreasing to where it is now. It decreased even more than that, down to 22 cents, and then jumped back up to 43 cents, decreased back down to 26 cents, and then is slowly fluctuating in between that 26 cent and 30 plus cent mark, right? So seeing this growth here, right, this is crazy growth. I love this growth. I love the amount of push into this position. Now, with what a lot of people were saying, they were hype around 420. They were saying 420 was going to be a big day for Dogecoin. And it wasn't. It wasn't the biggest day for Dogecoin. It actually decreased quite a bit, had a large move down, which everybody expected it to move up. They expected it to get to 69 cents, a dollar. That didn't happen at all. So looking into that, I was trying to figure out why it didn't really move. It was just it didn't have the amount of volume that it had previously. People weren't really looking at this as a positive position. There were a lot of people that were, but then there were a lot of people that were still skeptical. Even though you had certain backing by certain people. I don't know what Emmy's doing, but she's playing with a ball. But yeah, certain backing by certain people. And it just didn't give you everything that you hoped for it to get. So let's look into some more detail here. Let's go ahead and look at this. Emmy, come here. Drop it. Drop it. All right, she's having fun. All right, so yeah, let's look into some more detail here. You could see how this did grow, and then you could see that 46 cent mark, how it got up to that. You see the drop down, and it's basically showing a little bit of a pattern here. Now, these are only 4-hour candlesticks, so that's why you're gonna see, things that look a little bit different than what you would see. But if you go into some more detail, if we're looking at 1-minute candlesticks, we're going to be able to see some movement here and how the movement was from 30 cents down to 27 cents. It stair-stepped on the way down. You do see positives and negatives, but what you really want to focus on is when you zoom out, you want to focus on where those support levels will be. So they obviously have the same support levels as stocks. You can have different support levels to where it's looking like it's going to really fight at. Probably not as consistent as stocks, but you can see some pretty good support levels. So I see support level here like that $27 mark, but we're obviously past that. We're pushing past that. We're at not $27, 27 cents. We're obviously pushing past that at low 27 cents instead of the high 27 cents. So what I want to see, instead of looking at the fractions of cents, I want to understand where it's going to be when it comes to actual movement of pennies. So when I look into this, I'm always like, hey, what's the highest point? You do have this ascending level of support here with these ascending levels of resistance on the same movement on the way up. where are these support levels at? Do we have any support levels that are showing here? I would say some great buy-in points are any of these lows that you do see. Yes, it may end up going lower. If you see you can get in at 27 cents, that's not a bad idea to get into 27 cents, and then even to get up to 30 cents, that could be a decent move depending how much you buy. Also, when it gets lower, if it gets to 22 cents, if it gets down here to, 26 cents, you can also get in there and see some movement from there. So my ultimate goal is to see it at its highest point in order to find its lowest point to find an entry point, its highest point to find an exit point. So as I look at, not year to date, as I look at, let's say 3 months, and I zoom out, and I'm looking for that movement from 46 down to 22, up to 43, down to 25. So I'm looking for those movements there. And right now it's still not showing whether it is going to be done falling. You might see it fall a little bit more. It's looking like it's starting to fall a little bit more. You might see it go down to that low of 22 cents. If it does get down there, then you can make your move into there. So ultimately, I think Dogecoin could be really big as long as we continue to push this thing. And it started as a joke, something that did start as a joke. Is it still considered a joke? I seen a video from Elon Musk recently talking about how the realization of Dogecoin, understanding Dogecoin, and he was just like, Dogecoin started as a joke, but it would be amazing if that same thing that was supposed to be a joke for cryptocurrency turns into the real currency. It makes sense that could happen. With the amount of people that are pushing things, something like a GameStop or an AMC, we could do the same thing for a Dogecoin or a SafeMoon or whatever comes up next. So looking at Dogecoin as a whole, I can say it will be successful. It will be big as long as we can, apply it to businesses. As long as we have, we don't have large, the amount of people holding a certain amount of coins. So I believe it's like 28% of Dogecoin is held by a number of wallets, and that's not really great to see because then they could all sell off at the same time and really crash Dogecoin itself, and that's not what we want. And I think they're kind of hesitating with backing this coin because of the fact that that is the case. If you end up, diversifying and, splitting it into different owners, and it's not something to where, 4 people or 5 people own 28% or 30% of a certain coin, then you'll start to be able to back it. Businesses will start to be able to accept it, get behind it. Billionaires will be able to get behind it. Like, this is what we need, is we need that drive for the amount of money to go in there, because people are just buying, let's say $200, $300 worth, right? At low prices, we're just buying those dollars worth in order to increase the price, right? That's what we're looking to do, but it's not as much as a millionaire or billionaire would have to put into certain coins, which you see some of these billionaires putting into Ethereum, putting into Bitcoin, putting into Litecoin. Like, they're putting into all of these different positions because they believe in those coins, but they could also believe in Dogecoin. Even though it was started as a joke, now it's starting to become serious. So let me know your thoughts about Dogecoin. I mean, I gave you my entry points. I always look to enter at these lows that it creates. If you invest into a position at one of the lows, even though it does go lower, you're still able to feel like you gained something out of the deal, because the potential to go higher is a lot more. Will it completely collapse? I don't believe so. I think people are going to be holding on to this in order to figure out what will happen in the next 10 years. So I'm going to be holding on to 1,000 shares of Dogecoin, probably even more than that. I think I have 1,300 shares of Dogecoin, and I'm going to be holding on to it and see what I can do there. So let me know your opinion on this. Do you believe that this is going to be really big, just like I do? Make sure you take some time to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. So I think that's pretty much it, and I'll get out of here. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.